Hi everyone. In the news now is another article that I really need to tackle, and I want you to bear with me with regards to the perspective within which I have to handle this tactically, especially with regards to YouTube and social media. And the headline of this article, which comes from our favorite New World Order establishment, News 24, is how can vaccine hesitancy be tackled? Experts propose the 5c's as a solution. Now, I'm not going to comment extensively. I want you to read between the lines and see what is being rolled out now and how people plan to get you to do what they think is necessary. So I will use my words carefully. And it's still important that you actually get the gist of what he said in the article. And as usual, the link to the article will be in the description below the video. And you can go and view the article there. Just remember, the Ministerial Advisory Committee for the coronavirus situation, they are behavioral experts. Remember when the medical experts were set aside and the behavioral experts came in? This is obviously the input that they are giving at this stage, and they will obviously get help from the World Health Organization. So, vaccine hesitancy, you'll see there's a video that can be played where someone is interviewed, and they say here in the headline, how can vaccine hesitancy be tackled? Experts propose the 5c's as a solution, and we'll go through these 5c's so that you can see how this hesitancy of people to take the COVID or the so-called COVID-19 vaccine, how they will get people to take this and the concerns that they have. And it says here, concerns over vaccine hesitancy. The second phase of government COVID-19 vaccine kicked off with some delays due to faulty registration systems. Remember, the main idea with the vaccines is that you are monitored, tracked, and traced. So when you get the vaccine, they're going to ask you to download an app. And if you have a cell phone, many people will get cell phones if they don't have, so that they will be able to monitor where you are, who you're in contact with, and how you experience the post-vaccine experience. Because remember, the forms that you sign says that this is an experiment, that it's in the experimental phase, and most governments have given permission for the populace to actually be used in this experiment. There's also a backlog in the number of health workers who still have not been vaccinated. If that isn't enough, there are still those that need a second vaccine. Remember very recently the Johnson & Johnson vaccines that were kept at the Kobera facility was not allowed to be distributed to people in South Africa, which has given another setback to the rollout of vaccines in South Africa. 3 sub-headlines. Scientists have mapped out 5 ways to deal with vaccine hesitancy. Scientists, okay? They call them scientists. Increasing public confidence in vaccination can be improved with transparency and engagement. This is part of the strategy. It's also essential to tackle systematic inequalities when addressing vaccine hesitancy. In other words, certain communities have easier access to vaccines than others. The worldwide rolling out of COVID-19 vaccination programs has not been without hiccups. Barriers such as vaccine hesitancy have been shown to impede efforts to protect people against severe disease and death. So this is generic. They don't say this just with regards to the vaccines being rolled out now. A recent report by Health24 defined vaccine hesitancy as a delay in accepting or refusing to take vaccines despite their availability. Okay, so this is how they are actually defining the problem. It is caused by several factors such as a lack of confidence, socio-demographic misinformation, and conspiracy theories which are often spread online, including through social media. And I won't comment on that. You can read between the lines. I'll continue. To find solutions to combat this hurdle, experts published a 5-pronged strategy in the Journal of the Royal Society of Medicine, straight from Britain. They called it the 5c's. Confidence, complacency, convenience, communication, and context. So this is how this will be tackled in future. So take note. Confidence. The authors of the review say that public confidence in the safety and efficacy of the COVID-19 jab is crucial in creating demand for it. People should be aware. They want demand to be created for it. People should be aware that side effects like blood clots are not common and that their chances of developing the condition may up to 10 times higher when infected with COVID-19 than getting it due to the vaccination. And for most people, the benefits of vaccine vastly outweigh the risk for most people. Now, this is a greater good ideology. Those that have been to my meetings know exactly what this means, that for the greater good, certain collateral damage may occur. It is actually okay in these people's minds for that to take place. Experts write that it is crucial to engage in transparent dialogue with that respects people's concerns and acknowledge uncertainty to boost confidence in the vaccines. Complacency next, the next C. Experts say that complacency is significantly linked to fewer vaccinations. When people perceive their risk of being infected by the virus as low, or think that if they are infected it would be a mild case, they tend to let their guard down. Now this is where greater good ideology comes into it again. The scientists highlight that even people who seem to be low risk need to be engaged with risk communication to facilitate informed decision making. In other words, the onus needs to be put on you to speak the same fearful language. They also emphasize the societal benefits of population level immunity and the protection of it offers to those who are vulnerable, their families and friends. So what it's saying is you should take it for yourself, even if it doesn't protect you, but it will protect the other people around you. Then the next one, convenience. The evidence shows the importance of well-planned and convenient vaccination delivery. For all the moms with kids in school, here it comes. This means hosting vaccination sites at places that people can easily access or at central points such as schools. They say the data shows that that more people expected a longer wait and more inconvenience than they actually experience. So people, in my mind, if someone really wants to get vaccinated, they will stand in the queue because they fear not having the vaccine. So I'm not so sure about that one. But obviously they believe that if you have it at schools where the moms are, the kids are, then you can just do the whole lot in one go. Communication. The second last one. Living in the era of social media, and this is a platform I'm using right now, has made access to information easy, but it has also opened gaps for misinformation. Now, misinformation is in the eye of the beholder. That is why I tell people to not believe a word I say, to go and do their own research. And this is very, very important. Make the information your own. Experts say that misinformation feeds on people's fears, anxieties, especially anti-vaccination, conspiracy theories. Now, a conspiracy theory means that there is a conspiracy to do something and someone is theorizing about that conspiracy. Conspiracies exist all the time because people do conspire to do things. When you theorize about it, it doesn't mean that it's actually true, but it doesn't mean that conspiracies do not exist. They have existed throughout the human existence. Open and transparent dialogue with the public will address concerns about the vaccines and provide evidence of how well vaccines have worked in the past to prevent illness. Okay? So they're speaking about vaccines in general. Then the last one, context. Building an understanding of the COVID-19 vaccine involves an integrated strategy that includes ethnicity, religion, occupation, and socio-economic status. According to the experts, it's vital that structural factors such as systemic racism and access barriers are addressed to curb low uptake. What they might not consider is that many people in informal settlements don't want a needle stuck into their arms. Marginalized people tend to have a low uptake of COVID-19 vaccines, which means that individual needs must be taken care of to deal with inequality gaps. I have no idea what they actually mean by that, but I'm sure we will see in future what our government ends up doing. So this is for information, this video, and it's important for you to know the strategies that are being put in place, the 5 C's, and where it comes from, the Journal of the Royal Society of Medicine, that this is their plan to curb what they call the misinformation around vaccines and to increase the uptake of vaccines. Now, I did a video in the past where I said that South Africa was red flagged as the highest in the world now, from being one of the most prevalent with regards to people wanting vaccines to the most against vaccines in the world in a poll that was done, and where it was turned around from 20% of people not wanting vaccines to 80% of people not wanting vaccines or not believing that it'll be effective, etc. And these are the strategies that will be put in place to turn that around again. Now, at the moment, just over 1 million South Africans have been vaccinated, and there are around 60 million of us. So it's a very small percentage. It's under 1%. And it's going to be interesting to see how this transforms in future. Thank you very much for watching Double Odes and for watching this video in the news. And thank you for all of those of you who have donated to this channel to keep my work going. Thank you to all of those of you who have come to my meetings and who will now have insight with regards to what I've said in my meetings and this content being rolled out to you in a way that does not have this channel removed. Thank you very much. Till the next video.